Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoy watching this video. I hope you're well, and I'm sure I'll have a fantastic day out. Today I'm out to do some wildlife photography. My main aim is to photograph birds, but as is always the case with wildlife, you never know what you will find or what you may not find. You sometimes don't really find anything worth photographing. But it's spring, it's such a fantastic time of year. I'm starting to see growth on the trees and so on. And there's going to be a lot of bird activity, so there'll be lots going on with the birds at this time of year, a very busy time for them, and there should be some going about. So that's my main aim, just to have a look around, see if I can find a nice spot to settle down and see if I can find some birds to photograph. So I'm going to head on and see if I can find that magic spot. So that was really good. I've spent probably about the last 30 minutes exploring, and it's quite windy today. The forecast was saying for a bit less wind than this, I feel, and there's been some bright spells, but overall it's been saying it should have been a lot brighter. There's a lot of clouds in the sky, so yeah, a huge amount of clouds in the sky, so I'm really hoping it doesn't completely cover the sun. But yeah, I've seen a few small birds, your typical birds, robins, chaffinch and so on. But as I was having a look around, I've seen a couple of stonechat, a male and a female. And I sort of walked past this area and then I've come back to it because this is where I saw them. And just as I was coming back, they've been moving around on a fence and some bushes here. And I was sort of thinking I was going to set up roughly in this area, and as I moved over, one flew up onto a gorse bush in front of me, and there was some lovely yellow in the gorse bush. So quickly, handheld, I grabbed the camera and I managed to fire off a few shots, and they're pretty nice. It's the kind of shot I would like today, so I think I'm going to try and concentrate on these stonechats, and I'm going to set up somewhere here and just hang around and see if they come back. But they do seem to be in this area, which is pretty promising. The area that I'm in at the moment, I don't think they want to be in this exact spot. There's no bush here. They seem to be favouring a bit further away and a bit further behind me, so I'm just going to make sure I'm not disturbing them. It's spring after all, but I've not seen them here. I've been sort of watching from a distance, but they're in the sort of neighbouring area. So yeah, I think I'll set up here once I'm positive they're not going to want to be here, and yeah, maybe get some nice images. So I've got my camera and tripod set up, and it's quite difficult to pick a good position here. There's some potential interest to my right, some potential areas that the birds could land on. Some nice gorse bushes, some have got yellow, some don't have that nice yellow colour on them, but that can make quite a nice shot, and that's similar to what I got earlier. But also I've seen them on the fence line in front of me as I was exploring this area, and the fence quite appeals to me. The posts look like they've been there for a number of years. There's some growth on them, and some of the wire on the fence is quite rusty as well. So the birds have definitely been there, and it looks quite nice to my eye at least, with potential for a nice backdrop as well. So I'm kind of set up for the fence, which means I'm going to not see them if they land to my right, because I need to be a bit higher to see over the top of these bushes, but I may hear them. and that may give me a chance to reposition my camera. So for the moment we're going to concentrate on this fence, see if I get the necessary luck for them to land on there. I'm not doing anything to completely try and conceal myself and hide from the birds. I'm just trying to be in a position where I don't feel that they'll think I'm any threat to them, and yeah, we'll see what happens. There's some goldfinch flying past in the distance. So it's much later now than when I last spoke to the camera, and I'm sure you'll be able to see from the look of the video footage just what has happened to the light. It's kind of what I was speaking about earlier. I've maybe made it come true. I certainly didn't want it to, but that huge amount of cloud has never passed, and the sun is now behind it, and it's got incredibly overcast. It's incredibly dull, and it's much colder. I'm really feeling the cold here. Even though it's spring, it's certainly not a mild spring day. And there was a huge period of inactivity. I did see that beautiful male stonechat again. It was over on a different fence over in this direction, but I could only see it looking through these bushes, so it wasn't going to make a good photograph. It wasn't going to make any good video footage at all. And yeah, I didn't bother taking anything there. But long periods of inactivity, and then suddenly I heard some bird call off in this distance. So I managed to stand up, grab some shots when the light was a bit better, a little bit of video footage, and then the bird moved a bit closer to me. So I took some more shots and video, although the light was better when it was further away. And I saw a small bird off in the bushes in this direction as well. So yeah, I've seen a few things. It's been fun. I'm going to show you those clips now of what I've been able to do, and then I'll come back to you and I'll speak a little bit about what I'm trying to do in my photography, my wildlife photography, a little bit more. And yeah, it's kind of relevant to the images that I've been taking today. hope you enjoyed those few photographs and clips of what I've been seeing today, just sat here. I'm quite disappointed I haven't seen the male stonechat again, but I definitely know they're in this area. There's a male and a female, so I may come back another time and try and get that. But I was talking earlier about showing you those clips and then coming back to talk about something that I'm trying to do in my photography. And I'll show you this photograph of a buzzard that I took last year, many months ago now. If you're a subscriber to my channel, you've maybe seen it already. The buzzard's small in the frame and it's on this huge man-made structure. And always with my wildlife photography, there's been a tendency for me to prefer birds or animals in really nice picturesque settings. You know, they're photographically very pleasing with no man-made objects. So it could be, you know, a bird in a beautiful tree, some really nice leaves, perhaps autumn leaves colour. It could be in amongst some flowers or some nice spring greens. The gorse bushes with yellow today, I really like that photograph, and I'm still trying to strive for these things. But I had a tendency to shy away from subjects on man-made structures, such as, for example, a fence. And of course, some fences are not the prettiest of things. Others, as I was talking about today, are a little bit more photogenic, or at least have potential to help you create nice photographs. And what I've been doing is just really realising or thinking about in my head how so many birds use man-made objects. For example, the buzzards, I'm constantly seeing them on man-made perches of whatever type, looking down at the ground, going down to the ground to look for prey and so on, or diving off these perches onto prey. The stonechat likes to sit in fences and then go down to the ground to catch food. It also does the same from bushes and so on. And yeah, I'm trying to just reflect what I'm seeing in nature, so I'm trying to shy away a bit less from man-made objects, and if a bird's on it, be it just pausing for a rest or looking for food or whatever it's doing, preening, I'm still trying to take those photographs where a little bit in the past I probably wouldn't have bothered so much, unless it was some bird that was very special to me that I don't see a lot and I was trying to take a photograph. So today, the fence that I've captured these images on is not perhaps as picturesque as the one that I was hoping to get the male stonechat on. However, the background was quite pleasing, I noticed that, and I'm just trying to capture the bird at a good moment, frame up the scene as best I can, and I think I did that very well last year with the buzzard image that you've just seen. And today I didn't have a huge amount to work with and I still had to maintain my cover, but I tried to frame up a pleasing composition and I quite liked the background. So yeah, I'm definitely keen to take more images of birds or, you know, just on man-made structures where the opportunity arises. But for now, in fact, I think I can actually see my two stonechat friends way up in the fence off to my left, sitting together, one on a post, one on the wire. So anyway, I'm going to end the video because I've got about 40 minutes to sunset and it's got incredibly overcast. Could still get a nice image if a bird landed in the right spot, but I think the day is pretty much over. So I'm going to finish here. In the unlikely event I do take any more images, I'll put that up just now. But as always, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I've had a fantastic day being out, and yeah, I think the image I got at the very beginning was worth it for me, the male stonechat. A really nice setting, and I think I got a decent one of some other birds as well on a fence. So we'll leave it there. Thank you so much as always. I really appreciate it, and I hope you'll join me in my next video.